This this is going to be a promising episode. I already know.
Promising what? I ain't promising, man. You still owe me from the last one.
That's
what happened
true.
in the last one?
He promised services like
Oh.
afterwards. He was like, "Hey, and thanks for doing this, bro. I'm going to take care of you."
Oh, okay. But he
I'm-
didn't say exactly what it was. Then I don't know. It's on you.
Well, if it meant helping tuning in my X Tool laser, then I'm pissed because that was not worth it.
You haven't. That's not work. Oh wait, well you figured that out though.
So you're
Wait,
saying
Dave,
I shouldn't send you a quality survey after my help today?
I mean, you can. If you care about your radio, then I might keep it to yourself. But Dave, come on, man. You know me
Yeah.
very well, bro.
Yeah.
When have I ever not had issues with technology? When has technology just worked for me right out the gate?
Never.
Ever.
Never. Never.
Like, ever, right?
Yeah. You know, it helps when you read the directions.
Ender 3s don't come with directions, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
It's in Chinese. You gotta learn to read Chinese.
Like, I've been
Is
found
that the
lacking.
same thing with X Tool? X Tool is Chinese, isn't it? Is this part of the show right now or no?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll
Dropping
see.
gold over here, and it's just going to end up in the digital
Right.
dumpster.
Oh yeah, yeah.
damn it.
You gotta really show up.
How's my
Dave,
volume level? Is it good?
When we start, make sure you stay centered on the thing if you can.
Yeah, but how's he going to work and do other things at the same time?
He's he's running his light show in the back. Yeah, Dave's just gonna be like in all the clips. You're gonna see his shoulder. Yeah.
No, Dave, don't
Don't
you
ask
have a
me to do
stand?
something bad.
Take the escalator. Can you take the escalator down?
I wish you had a Dave cutout.
Can't-
Could you just put one of your
Wait,
Dave
actually-
printed Daves?
Wait.
In front of the
Ready,
screen?
Ready. Watch.
What's going on?
There's nothing awkward about that at all.
My desk is actually raising. Oh, there we go.
Man, you got the setup.
I know. But this is my command center, like I said. This is my work from home, my makes 3D print station.
All of these
where I-
time-saving techniques, and your hair still looks like that.
Dave, if you just had a hatch that delivery people could slide food through, you'd never leave that place.
So when
The
I
bomb
when
shelter.
I left your house, Luke, and I had COVID, and I came home, I immediately came down here, and I was sufficient for like a week, 11 days.
I know.
No problem. Like the bathroom was right above the stairs. I had like all my camping gear in that closet. So and I had this like the couch in the back. I had the TV. I just set up. I actually had like freeze dried food and stuff if I needed it. There's a
You're living
sink
on
over there.
MREs. Jeez.
Yeah. I was set. I did order some food though. My wife like put food at the stairs, but
Yeah.
I could live down here. I was happy. I was like, no
You're like,
kids. All right, we're good.
Please give me COVID again. You're like buying black market COVID tests that are positive.
I've never been
got
so
it.
ever. I've never seen anybody more excited that I gave them COVID.
Wait.
He's like, bro, thanks again for that COVID, man. It was like one bad day.
Where is it? Look, I've kept the test to use in case of emergencies.
Get out of work free card.
yeah.
Babe, I'm sorry. Got
I'm
COVID
gonna be
again.
out for a few days. Yeah.
It's like a 10-day vacation now because the new one, I just had it. It lasts longer. It's not as
yeah.
severe, but it lasts longer.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, I guess to be fair, I never actually took the COVID test. I knew that it was like pneumonia symptoms, so I just tried to knock it out with antibiotics.
Way to Ebola monkey that.
Right? I just breathed on everybody. It was like the chicken pox. Everybody should get it at once.
Right.
I've seen Outbreak. I know how you started things.
Right. I'm patient zero.
Started playing with that monkey.
Are we still talking about? Oh, right. We're still talking about the Outbreak thing. Got it. I was drifting and I came back to play with your monkey.
Am I gonna need to get this one ready tonight, or are we good?
Dude,
Oh, yeah. This is a clean family show.
you need the ba-dum bump.
Right. Oh, I've got that one somewhere.
You got
Right.
look. I talked to Ben about this, and I was like, "Yo, man, maybe we should get this thing that Voltner has. It's basically like a sound machine, I was like, we only need 3 sounds though, you know, and it's like the "oh no" sound that was from our Magna Glue video, and then a sad trombone, and then a bump bump. That was it. There you go.
There you go.
We're set, man.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Oh yeah. No, and the great thing is, I can change my voice.
Oh.
Can you do a Darth Vader voice?
Kind of. This is Robot.
Has that
Say, I am your father.
I am your father.
Oh, jeez, the Davoll voice coming in.
Dude, that,
This should be the Halloween episode, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you are wearing orange.
I wonder if I could mix voices. Can I do Robot and Monster?
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild.
You know, I picture you not using the soundboard and actually sounding like that.
Yeah, that's actually my actual voice. All right, that's been enough fun for tonight. I just gotta make sure that it sounds like me right now, right? Like I'm not still using one of those voices.
No, you sound like
Dude,
Devil.
you think we'd tell you?
Yeah. The entire episode sounds like a monster.
The only reason Dave seems innocent is because I'm here. That's it. I'm just completely obvious about it, where it not hiding at all.
If it did happen though, Luke and I would just be on the same page and be like,
Yeah.
"Wow, you sound great, man."
I'm just like,
You would never know.
Guys,
No, you would never know.
what's going on?
I could do a whole podcast without breaking on that. If you let me tell you, I don't have a lot of expectations to manage.
It's like me and Luke are both like, meh.
Meh. Bar is super low.
Yeah.
Is there a bar? All right, let's roll. Let's roll with it. That way we don't run out of material.
All right.
Oh, they just running out of material. Wait, is
Yeah.
this the part where you do the talking about the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got to do the intro. Yeah. You're ready to go. All right, I'm going to start on a low note, but we'll
With
quickly
that
bring
voice?
it back. Yeah,
Is that what you
no,
You should do all intros in one of the voices.
in one of the
That's what it is.
voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. It's the Maker Lounge Podcast.
Guaranteed we'll get more views with that. Guaranteed. People are like, what the?
This podcast is proudly sponsored by Surf Prep Sanding. They're a family-owned and operated company specializing in sanders, abrasives, and dust extractors. I've been using Surf Prep now for years and have come to know the amazing people behind their brand. I love their 6-inch electric random orbital sander and the 3x4 sander the best. The 3x4 is awesome for contour sanding and has by far helped me level up my sanding to get a great finish for all my projects. Use code MAKERLOUNGE, all one word, at checkout from surfprepsanding.com for 10% off your order. Now let's get to the show. Well, it's been a couple weeks since the last episode. I wanted to thank you all for your support these last few weeks. We dealt with a death in the family, so it was we were just dealing with all that. But thank you for staying with me and tuning in for another episode. Another great family that has supported me while I've been out is the fine folks over at Surf Prep Sanding. Make sure you head over to Surf Prep and use that code MAKERLOUNGE for 10% off. When you use that code, it helps me fund my global research at YouTube Academy. Hey guys, welcome to the lounge. Oh wait, I'm supposed to use a special voice in this part.
Hey guys, welcome to the lounge. I'm Matt with Voltner Woodworking and your host of the Maker Lounge Podcast.
That's ridiculous.
Can you give other people that voice?
Yeah,
Can you
I
give me
wish.
that voice?
In this episode, I'm joined by two of my good friends. One is an actual garage scientist, fellow podcast host, and beard enthusiast. I'm talking about the one and only Luke from Luke in the Garage. And the other is the Lord of Filament, the man with so many D's in his name, I just call him the Big D, Mr. 3D DIY Dave. We're going to be talking about their experience at the 2023 Catskill Maker Camp. So if you missed out this year, you can live vicariously through them like I do and have been doing for about 5 years now. We may end up in a bit of a debate, and we'll see which one of these guys is the master debater. Luke and Dave, welcome back.
Hey.
They're pointing at each other.
No, we're all pointing at Luke.
Yeah, I'm quitting myself.
Yeah.
Hey, I got plans after this podcast. I don't know about you guys.
So you're the master debater, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah,
Do you debate with yourself a lot?
I'm debate champion, bro. You should see my trophies. And also, thank you for giving me my new nickname for Dave. I appreciate that, Big D.
Oh, yeah. The Big D.
It's not the first time someone called me that. You know what I mean?
Really?
Said nobody. No. Said Matt. Matt. Was
Yeah, I'm literally the only person who's ever called him that.
I'm going to show you my believing you face, Dave. There it is.
Yeah, that worked.
Totally
Hold
believable.
up, back up, Matt. You had the intro. Your song was so happy, and I was like dancing to it, and then you're like,
And then I'm like,
oh,
yeah, we had a death in the family. Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're like, womp womp.
yeah. I was like, aw, man, I'm so conflicted right now. You don't have to talk about it, but I'm sorry for it. So,
Yeah, thank
but
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
It
was.
I'm glad. Thank you. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to say.
Nobody ever does. It's totally fine. No, yeah, my mom passed away, and
Oh, man,
I'm sorry.
yeah, she had been sick for the last few years, so it was
okay.
like we were kind of expecting it, and so
It was one of those like you're kind of upset, but it's glad that it kind of happened because
exactly,
it's a load off of her, it's a load off of everyone. Yeah. It sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good. We did the celebration of life and stuff like that, and it was good seeing my family because they're in Georgia. My family's in Georgia, and I'm here in Houston. So I went out there, and then my uncles came out and visited and stuff like that. So we had a good time.
Nice.
But back in the seat, back behind the microphone. Got some shop time this weekend, which was nice. Helped Luke not fix his problems on his laser.
I thought you fixed that, Luke. I thought you figured it out.
I fixed the one. I fixed the MOPA laser. I don't know what to call it. Is it MOPA laser? And I know
It's MOPA. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Is that when the laser gets really sad and mopey? The MOPA laser?
Yes, definitely gets sad. It's super sad, dude. Dude, it's pissed off
He has
because I keep
the
burning
limpest
holes through the
laser.
lens cap. Wait, what?
You have a limp laser?
Yeah, I have two.
Mopey.
No, dude, the MOPA laser's pissed, dude, because I keep burning holes through the lens cap. I keep turning it on, right? And then I go to frame it, and I'm like, I can't see it. So I was like, let's just hit the fire button. And then I smell plastic burning, and I'm like, so I have like multiple pieces of blue tape covering the holes, right?
Yeah.
And I have a sticker now on the front that says, check for the lens cap, stupid. So
So is the lens cap just to lens cap just to keep it protected when you're not using it? That's it?
yeah, I think
Like
so.
a real lens
There's
cap?
no instructions for this thing, so
Okay.
yeah. But
Great-
it has
great
one, so I
technical.
figure I'll use it, even though now it has two holes in it.
You could 3D print a new one, right?
I could.
Yeah.
I got too much other 3D print. So
True.
yeah, I'm printing Halloween costume stuff. So
That beat was so delayed.
I love doing that. Just like a minute and a half later, you're like, oh, yeah. It reminds me to go in and make sure that I edit some stuff out.
Is this a family show? Is it like you have to have a rating of PG-10 or something?
I select that it is not adult content.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'll be on my better behavior.
It's just more work for me. You don't care about that.
I didn't really know what to say when we set up our podcast, right? So when we signed up for Patreon, right, and it asked are you adult content or not, and I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, and I can't say that I'm not adult content, right?
Right.
I definitely
you
swear too much.
I mean,
Definitely are adult content.
yeah.
So we click the button for adult content, which means you're not discoverable by search, similar to people who have OnlyFans and like that. It's meant for people who are doing porn. Okay.
Really, really adult. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Joinery podcast, you show your feet on this thing. You do a video thing where you
Just
show
saying,
your
I
feet.
won't have to change my account status to do that kind of thing. I have that option, which is nice.
They have that as the monthly patron Discord server or something you guys have now that you'll send feet pics and requests.
Yeah. I mean, if someone DMs me on Patreon, I'll send them pictures of my feet if they sign up. That's fine. People don't have the infatuation with my feet that they do with your feet, though, dude.
Luke, you're gonna have to like step on hot honey or something.
You dirty. You know how I feel about hot honey. It's stupid.
I'm just gonna
You
randomly
knew that one
use,
was coming.
Yeah.
You knew that one was coming.
I'm just gonna
That was
randomly
way too
use
quick.
the button.
Yeah.
Whenever Luke's talking, I'm just gonna.
Then it's just a constant 20-second one, like beep.
Dude, just keep hammering it, like so it sounds like I'm swearing
Luke was
every
on the
other word.
podcast. They're like, I thought Luke was on it. All I heard was beeping and Dave.
Yeah. Matt, Dave, and Sensor Beep.
Yeah. So tell me about Maker Camp. You guys just got back from Maker Camp.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Luke and I have gone. Well, I mean, I've been. This is my third year. This is Luke's second year.
Yeah.
But like every year, like we want to see each other, but we have two very different, I think, Maker Camp experiences.
Well,
Because-
this year you were putting together a massive, statue.
Yeah. Well, this year I went with my son. He's 7. He's been begging me to go for the last 2 years. So it was a very like dad and son trip, and there's certain things he couldn't do, but he did do a lot. But
Yeah.
it was like late night. I couldn't be out partying with Luke and everyone drinking. I had to help him be in bed and
You had to
tuck him
tuck
in
him in,
and
yeah.
read a book and all that kind of stuff. By reading a book, I mean we were
We're
playing
talking
Switch.
you're talking about Luke, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I tuck him in every night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every night
Nice.
we have a FaceTime and I read him adult books,
Yeah.
like
He's got
show 'em your
soft
feet.
hands.
erotic nighttime books to get him to sleep.
You could listen to that on my Patreon.
Luckily, it's only 3 minutes long, so
2 minutes of that is just bonus content.
2.5 minutes of foreplay talk before you.
That's the pre-show, 30 seconds, and the post-show. That's all it is. You're literally paying like $1 every 10 or every 5 seconds. So
you know the pricing spectrum.
It's $10 a minute.
yeah,
It's 3 minutes per month.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. I think we were talking about your son being tucked into bed, and we took a left turn real fast.
wow. Anyone else have a long weekend?
Luke, how was yours? How was your Maker Camp experience?
My Maker Camp experience was outside of the rain on Saturday. It was awesome. I really geared it up so that way by Saturday I really wouldn't have a lot to do and I could just hang out with people. But unfortunately, it rained on Saturday. But the rest of it was awesome. I made an awesome axe, which is so much fun.
Oh yeah.
And
First time making an axe.
yeah. I was walking through Maker's Camp on Friday, and I wanted to go say hi to the Onefinity guys. So I rolled through there, talked to them for a little bit, start to head out, and I see this dude there, and he's making axe handles, right? And he's teaching people how to make axe handles. And I was like, that'd be really cool, but like, I don't want to make an axe handle if I don't have an axe head to put on it, right? What am I going to do? Like, that makes no sense. So I'm like walking out of there, and I walk like, I don't know, like 30 feet, and I'm talking to somebody, and I'm telling them, I'm like, man, I wish I had an axe head. And they're like, oh, right down by the pond, there's a guy selling them for like super cheap. So like Nick Birchtold and I both had that moment.
That sounds totally safe.
Each other.
Yeah. There's a guy down by the pond selling axe handles.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I walked around most of
every-
Maker Camp swinging an axe. What are you talking about?
So every year, right where you go in, right? There's like 2 or 3 vendors that set up like a tent, and they're there all weekend selling their wares, right? And it's all like everything is just this color of rust, but it's like legit, like everything is like it works. You just have to restore it, clean it up, but it's just like really old wrenches, really old screwdrivers, and all kinds of like metal.
Yeah.
But like there's some cool stuff there. If you're into like those vintage kind of stuff and apparently axe heads, there's like, but it gets
Called
cleared
Axe
out.
Bros. Like,
I literally shared a reel of like a supercut of my weekend, and I have a clip of the back of Luke and Nick just walking through camp holding their axes. Literally 2 days, they're just walking around holding their axes, like, yeah, we're gonna go chop something down. You know, they were pretty funny.
It was the most baddest experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maker Camp is like one of the only places where you're okay with people walking around, literally just brandishing knives and sharp objects like chainsaws, and people are like forging knives and Damascus knives and just walking around like running from tent to tent working on stuff, and it's just like, oh, it's okay. And then people showing knives to each other.
Renaissance fair, dude.
Yeah.
It's
It's a run fair, bro.
It's missed opportunity that you didn't hit it on Friday the 13th, though. Like if it was this weekend, that would have been epic. Chainsaws, knives.
Yeah, they do have a haunted house there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a thing you could go into where they try to scare you. Not like a haunted house, but like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
It's just a bunch of old rooms.
Yeah. Thank you for clearing it up. Not a haunted house, but a haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the way you say
you know.
It's not a haunted house, but it's a haunted house.
It's like Casper. It's fun. It's
What
a fun
the hell
one.
is it? I'm so confused now.
Yeah. I'm no more clear now than I was 2 minutes ago.
Perfect. But yeah, we could talk about the rain. The rain was our Burning Man for this year. It was saying it was wet was an understatement because there was flooding that was going on in tents, like literally 4 or 5 inches of water that you're standing in, and then people are just like still just at the tables doing whatever they're doing, walking through it. Literal river, because it was kind of on a sloped field, so like it was like slow streams going through. It was until they like were able to get hay and put it all down and then be less muddy, but it was getting pretty bad.
No, yeah. Normally, there's a big build that happens, like the dinosaur or whatever, like that. Gets burnt, right? And that's on Saturday night, typically.
So
right?
they didn't do it this year. So usually it's a big field, and that big build is throughout the whole weekend. And they burn it on Sunday night, and it's in the middle. So as you're kind of doing your thing, you see this thing slowly come together by Sunday. Yeah. But this year, I think the camp has kind of grown so large with more sponsored people and more tents doing more things that they needed the space. So now there's the perimeter tents, and then there's a center circle of tents where the burning used to be. So instead of that, they did a fireworks show on Sunday night, which I thought was pretty cool. And what also was like kind of neat was as it was happening, the fireworks show, we saw Starling like fly right above.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
You know, like
because they just
the little
launched
strips.
Yeah.
It was like I've never seen it before, so we were just everyone was just like, "Ooh, fireworks! What is that? Oh my god, it's Starlink!" And everyone was like, "Stopped looking." Yeah, everyone stopped looking at the fireworks. We're just like, "Oh, there's one going this way. Oh, there's another one going this way." It was just like it crisscrossed. It was pretty cool.
That's when I found out who the real nerds were. Let me tell you, dude, because I had like 2 dudes behind me. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's because it's in low orbit and like it's traveling at this speed and it's at this altitude and it's take X amount of time before you won't see it anymore." And then did it, and they just kept going and going. And I'm like, bro, I'm into some wild, but like, what have you been reading, bro? Like,
You're like, I'm just gonna go play with my axe handle.
I'm like, we're way too high for this. I'm out.
There's Luke whittling his axe handle in the corner.
That's the last thing I want to happen to me in public is someone to want to get serious with me.
Yeah. Well, I messaged you. I said, "Hey, let's giggle before we got on the podcast." You're like, "Oh, I thought it was a serious one." I'm like, "Oh yeah, right." with you two guys.
I don't know if Dave and I have had many serious moments. I could probably count them on like one hand. We've talked about some deep, like
No, we talked. Yeah, but we were like under the influence when we got really deep. Yeah. We were.
That's usually when it happens.
Yeah.
both
Talk
like
about the
laying
meaning
on the
of
couch
life.
in the same position, looking at each other,
we did. I remember it was a pretty a good
having
bonding
ice cream.
moment. Yeah.
Bonding.
Lots of ice cream.
That's Luke's go-to move. He gets you all like softened up with ice cream, and he gets you all comfortable on his couch, and then he's like, "Give me the dirty secret."
Tell me about your brand sponsorships. How do I get to those?
You know,
Any
you
of
can
those
mute
brain
Dave. We can
sponsors?
talk for real.
Luke, I just want to say Luke has no problem with that. If anybody is asking about how someone does something with brands, it's me asking Luke. Luke's
Yeah.
the sales guy. He's gonna go
Oh.
out there. He's gonna be like pitching it and all that stuff. I'm just like, oh, you want to work with me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm like, here's what my pipeline looks like of tools and sponsors.
But then Luke gets the tools. And he's like, I don't know how to use it. Let me call Dave.
Dave tech support.
You
It's
know,
in Chinese. It's in Chinese, Dave.
Dave,
Help
you
me.
mostly help me with the tools I've purchased. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But bamboo is definitely not one of them.
Which it was we figured out, and it was a install error that you didn't follow the directions clearly.
Mine arrives this week, so
yeah.
I'll be calling Luke now
Yeah.
for support.
Good luck.
Hold on, let me get ready. I'll take a few edibles and I'll be ready to help you.
Actually, it's pretty quick that you ordered it and it's coming in this week. You already got a shipment date?
Yeah, it's supposed to come in tomorrow or Tuesday, I think.
That's actually pretty quick. Yeah, usually there's
Yeah.
like a 1 month delay. You probably caught them at a quick
The boat
good
just
time.
came in.
Yeah. No, literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
Yes.
comes in the shipping crate with what the orders are plus some extra, and until that is gone, it's like another month it comes back in.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just ordered it what was it, like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday when I was talking to you.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
quick.
excited about that. Time to print some stuff. It should be a lot better than my Ender.
So, Matt, are you gonna plan on making it to Maker Camp one day?
I had planned on going this year.
Okay,
But
then-
mom wasn't doing good, so I was like, yeah, probably not gonna make it. And then I've actually got 2 business trips coming up. Got one this week, and then I got one in 2 weeks. So I'm like, I think I need to slow roll my travel.
yeah. I mean, so last year the weather was really, really cold. Like, it was, I think, like under 30 degrees. So at night, and your hands were just freezing during the day, just working and doing stuff. And then this year was just wet. And luckily, the last day was okay. We had a drizzle, and the first day was okay too. But it was just mainly Saturday. And it's funny because now there's a poster you can buy. I forgot who, like Jimmy's print guys who do the printing. They made a really cool poster that was like, "I survived Saturday of Maker Camp 2023," and it's a person like with an umbrella and it's raining and everything. It was pretty
great.
cool. I was like, oh yeah, like that is one to remember. So I feel like you missing this year is like
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's okay.
a good
Yeah.
one to miss, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I did a horrible job setting it up for the people who are listening who have no idea what Maker Camp is.
Right.
And we're like 20 minutes in. I'm like, oh yeah, we probably should talk about. So Maker Camp up in
East Durham, New York.
Eastern.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like Catskills.
Okay. And so it's Duresta had kind of started this, and if you want to hear a little bit more about it, you can listen to the Jimmy Duresta episode that we recorded. He talks a little bit about it and sets it up,
Yeah.
but yeah. So tell me more about the like what
So the
what to do.
background of setting it up was so this is like Jimmy's hometown, right? He lives there, and he basically since moving there, he a lot of the local people started knowing who he was, and he's a maker and everything. But a local kid or guy, I don't know if he's a maker or a trades guy, Austin, basically approached Jimmy with this idea of starting a maker camp thing at like the local resort and bringing in Jimmy's contacts and everybody, and bringing commerce and everything to into the area and putting it on the map, like this once a year kind of thing for makers,
Because you
like
got a
art
bunch of
version
people
thing.
trying to sell rusty wares. They were, hey, we need a kid.
Well, I think since we've been there, I think we've done a lot for the resort.
Yeah.
The Blackthorn is where it's at. This place is. Luke, how would you describe the Blackthorn?
Like a militia camp right? That got busted in the late 90s, okay? And then they started converting all the dorms into hotel rooms.
Right.
And then they open up a bar to local bikers, okay?
Yeah.
Like, and like, you don't want to look this place up on, like, one of those travel websites. I would say that.
Yeah.
They use the word resort very loosely.
Yeah. Like if you look this up on Yelp or like TripAdvisor, everything would be like 2 stars, 3 stars.
Yeah.
Like this is not a place where you
But for
really
Maker
want to
Camp, it's
stop.
5-star.
No, I mean, you
compared
don't
to
go.
a tent,
You
right?
don't go there for this the amenities.
Accommodations. Yeah.
The accommodations.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
it is like a militia camp, though. I mean, like you
Yeah.
gotta go down that long road, you know.
Yeah. It's like a good place to park an RV and
Yeah.
like you go and they have like the pavilion where at night they might have stuff going on and there's a bar, and otherwise, you know, you could go and just camp and do your thing and just leave the next day, you know, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. But yeah, but every year that I've been there, they like I feel like they've really started like repairing and renovating the place, and I feel like that weekend alone generates like 8 months of their like revenue.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the thing is that no one cares.
Yeah,
Like nobody complains about any of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they could be basically sleeping in a bed that is like 5 years into the apocalypse kind of quality, right?
Yeah.
like Walking Dead style hotel room, you know?
Yeah.
And they don't care. They don't care.
Well, I think people go into it expecting like, oh, it's like Maker Camp, you're camping, which is like people just think of like that's the worst case scenario, right?
Right.
Is you're camping. But then anything beyond that is like, okay, this is better than I expected.
Yeah, the
like,
beds weren't that bad. I mean, they were.
well, that has not happened. But they have rooms where there was no shower head and there was no like stem for the shower to come out. So if you turn on the water, it's literally a hole with water shooting out of the hole. And there was my room once. I've stayed in 3 different hotel rooms. One room had the front door had a 1-inch gap on the bottom of the door where it's just like a draft would come in. Like they forgot the whole like seal thing on the bottom.
80% of the creatures that are out in the woods could get in that room without even having to
Yeah.
worry about it.
I forgot who had a room that had like a weed just growing out of like the middle of the floor.
I mean, it sounds fun. It's an
I
experience.
heard about
Yeah,
one that
it
had a
is-
hole
it's
in
an
the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see out of the wall in some places, but like the rest is like the rest of the room is just trying to be like a normal room.
Yeah.
And- but this year I was in a room that I was like, oh, this is like premium for them because it was like 2 queen beds, and I had like a 3-person jacuzzi from like the 70s in there.
In
That
the
you know
room.
it was like those that like the color was like this weird mauve, magenta, purple colored porcelain tub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my kids never saw a tub that big. He was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!"
We have a swimming pool in our room.
Exactly. Yeah. He
Wait,
thought it was-
it was like one of the ones that is in the bathroom kind of thing?
yeah, it's in the bathroom. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Vegas style?
Vegas style. Like 3 people could have got in there. I was tempted to be like, "Yo, guys, come like take a jacuzzi in here with me," but everyone was all wet on site.
Don't worry, Luke was looking through the hole in the wall over into your. You see the picture frame, the eyes move,
Yeah.
but it was a haunted house, so it was fine.
That's right.
It's totally fine. It was only haunted. Where's my voice changer?
Haunted house. It was fun. It was so much fun, you guys.
No, do the scary voice with the haunted house.
Haunted house. Welcome to Catskill Maker Camp.
That works.
Can you say get my van? I have some candy with that voice. Get me my van, you maker.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
I wish I had some like ice cream van music on here.
Dude, I could look if you want. I can pull it up on my Spotify. Give me like 2 seconds. I mean, if you want to hear how the Jointery podcast does things.
Right. Y'all just wing it over there, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't even do an intro. They kind of just go right into the mid conversation. Like
Yeah.
Ben just hits record at some
Yeah.
point in the middle. They're like, and then like you walk in like as a listener halfway through a conversation, you're like, wait, what's going on? And it's the whole first part.
He does
I
it
like
the
to
whole
think
time.
of the Joinery podcast is like whenever I turn it on, it's always you walking into the conversation.
Right.
Like there's two
And
guys at
never-
a party
And
just
never being
talking.
acknowledged.
Exactly.
You're just lurking.
Yeah.
It's an interesting way. It's an interesting way to describe it because I can imagine from someone else's perspective, it is kind of like walking up to Ben and me talking at a party, and them just standing there laughing the whole time, not saying shit. Like
Yeah,
It's like a Tarantino movie. You come in at like the punchline that you're like, wait, what happened? Now we got to back into this thing.
Yep.
So I pulled up ice cream truck songs on Spotify, and one is by DJ Impossible with a Z.
Oh, yeah.
and
That's
then
gotta
there
be
was
good.
the ice cream truck song. That's the one you want?
Yeah.
There you go. Wait, no, wait, hold on.
Children.
Oh,
Come
wait.
on in.
No, that one's more like it. The other one, at least for New York, it is.
But I think the
I'm told.
I'm totally gonna get flagged for copyright.
Yeah, right.
oh, it's like the ice cream truck song remix.
That's right. Oh,
All
that's good. I hate the ones
I
where
do
they're
have
like,
the other one ready to go.
Hello? Hello?
have you heard that when they have the ice cream music and they do that like hello?
That is really annoying.
It's very creepy.
Damn it, I couldn't turn
Yeah.
it down. You should use that voice, and I'll play the music, okay? And then you say, "Would you let offer Dave some ice cream?"
Do you want a Tweety Bird?
You sound like a 16-year-old girl working at the ice cream for the summer.
Oh, it's even better when I laugh like that.
It's like you're mainlining a helium tank, dude.
Oh, this podcast is so I'm so in trouble.
Has it started yet?
And this is when Matt got demonetized.
I was trying to be serious and explain the Maker Camp thing, and I'm just like, I'm doing a terrible job of it. So it's okay.
I'm
I'm talking about jacuzzi tubs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So-
this is three creepy old guys, talking
I did
about
have a
jacuzzi tubs and
We did make stuff. We did make a lot of stuff.
yeah, that's what I want to hear about. Let me hear about that. So
I made
Luke
a
made
fool
an
of
axe. That was a
count?
given.
Uh,
What'd you
let's
make,
see.
Dave?
Well, I went with my 7-year-old. So we did stuff that he could do, and surprisingly, he could do a lot. So we were in the Sabertooth tent. Sabertooth is they make those little tools that you put on Dremels and rotary.
I'm glad you didn't
tools,
say
and they have
grinder tent.
The word is
the grind. Burr,
burr for
Yeah.
200.
burrs, and
And then
then
give Tiffany an aneurysm.
and spins so hard that the burrs just on hard wood, and it just kind of just like makes it shape stuff. So my son made a shiv. So
Google shiv.
yeah. So but what's interesting? I'll skip it. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I'm gonna talk more about what I made, but he made a shiv because he wanted a sword. And the thing at Maker Camp, what happens is they have a maker swap. So people spend weeks leading up to it making something, put it in, and you randomly on Sunday swap for another item. And our swapped item back. Well, okay, wait. The item I gave in was this Jimmy DiResta toy packaging that I made.
That was pretty
yeah.
awesome.
So I made like a toy, I invented this whole, designed packaging. So it looks like a little toy that you buy at a store. So what we got back was some dude made this walnut full-on sword and shield.
It was
So
bonkers.
It was crazy. It was like
Really?
the perfect swap for us because it went right to my son, and he was just walking around all Sunday, swinging the sword, pretending to stab people. He was
that's
having
great.
so much fun.
Dude,
yeah.
he murdered me like 4 times.
He was deadly, dude. My shins are hurting still from it. Yeah. But so yeah, so he made the shiv. We were in the leather working tent, and he made like the sunglass case I cut out the sunglasses and he actually sewed pieces together and we helped glue some parts. We were there was an arrow flinting tent where they actually give you obsidian and you shape arrows. And it's like literal, like, razor sharp glass. And like I was in a tent with like other
Is it like
kids.
arrowhead, like Indian arrowhead type thing, or it's
Yeah,
it's like
straight up.
Really?
Yeah. So like they teach you to do it with all kinds of different materials if you want, but obsidian's like the easiest because it's the most kind of brittle. But you could like use a glass bottle into it. So that was one thing we did. Let's see, there's another. We made a picture frame where they actually kind of go through the steps, and you kind of see really quickly the steps of woodworking, and then you sand it. You basically finish it. So he was able to do that. He didn't cut any of the wood, but he kind of like witnessed it. We made a stamp like out of rubber and carved it and stuff. He did that.
like laser engraved, or
No, like no, all by hand, like with tools. So like, they give you a little rubber thing. You kind of draw on it with a pencil, or you draw on trace paper and then flip it backwards, and then trace the trace paper, and that kind of transfers the design onto the rubber, and then you use kind of like a scallop, one of those scalloping stamp making tools where you kind of clear out the rubber. I don't
That's
know how to
cool.
explain it. Yeah. I mean, what else was there? We did. There's so much more stuff I'm forgetting here, but there was just a lot. I mean, we didn't even do everything, but like as anybody can go and do all those things. You could do welding. You could do we did powder coating, which is really cool. You could do pewter casting. You could learn to make like jewelry, a ring. There's a pottery tent. This year was cool. They had like a
So you and
tool
Luke didn't
restoration.
get to do the bodyguard pottery scene?
No, no.
Missed
That's the thing,
opportunity.
Shh, we don't have to talk about that, Luke. That's the thing. It's like I love hanging out with Luke, but it was like every time we're at Maker Camp, I don't get to see him that much. Like we're like at different places, like
Right.
constantly. Yeah, it was.
We
Like
end up,
Workbench Con, you end up like thinking that you're gonna hang out with a bunch of people, and then
Yeah,
you hit all these different things, and you talk to somebody for an hour, and then you move on to the next group.
yeah. No, it's very much like that. It's like it's one big field. Everybody is everywhere, and it's just like, where have you? I haven't seen you in like a day and a half. He's like, I was over there. And it's like exactly like 30, 40 feet away from you for like 2 hours. And you're like,
I was down with the axe guy down by the river.
right. Oh, which was that's one thing. The Toto boat, who makes resins, was there, and every year they kind of do this laser cut boat building thing. So this year was a catamaran we made over the course of 2 days, 3 days, and then we raced it on the pond.
Did Jackman cheat again?
Oh, he cheated again. Yeah, he took the
his
same
boat from last year and glued it to the boat for this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So people who don't know Jackman, so the whole thing with the boats is like it's wind powered, right? So
Yeah.
Jackman went to like Walmart, bought himself a RC boat, just took out the pieces and put it into his own boat, and then he's just like driving around the pond, like, and everyone's
That
like,
was
cheater,
great.
cheater. So this year, so he did that last year with a single boat. So he took the boat back this year and put it like in the middle of the catamaran, so there was like 3 holes. And
Yeah.
he was driving around with it, boat to the
Yeah.
finish line, but
Oh,
instead
God,
of
that's
helping
funny.
push it, he sank it, and it was like,
He
this
just
kid,
plowed through this kid's
yeah,
boat.
yeah, this kid who he came up with gently on it, but it was just like the weight of it went on top and just sank
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
And I'm like, this kid who probably looked up to Paul from making fun now just like hates him because he's just a big cheater. So the next.
Suck my boat.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, God.
So next year, a group of us we're gonna take him down. We're gonna play.
I'm in
fire
on
with
that
fire.
by the way.
Yeah.
I
Diesel
like,
power.
Yeah, no, we're gonna overpower him. Like we're gonna like put torches on our boats and like
I was honestly thinking to myself, can I find a way to remote activate rockets? Right, like
Yeah.
yeah.
the shoot 'em up rockets, right?
Yeah.
Like I wanted to get like a thing to steer it, and then when it was ready, I was gonna hit the rocket buttons and just ram his boat.
Yeah. It's going to be a huge uprising. Everybody's going to try to sink his battleship.
yeah.
I hope my
it's
boat
gonna
just
be
catches fire. To be honest with you,
it's gonna be 3 of them. It's gonna be 3 of us, and we're gonna like figure out like a thing. I was thinking like 2 boats with a net can like kind of surround him and hold him in place, and then the
nice.
third one comes in with like some kind of
Slingshot.
arm, like a sling that just like comes down and just like destroys the boat.
It's gonna be battle bots on water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or like there's a blowtorch and we could like just squirt a little bit of like alcohol on his boat, and then the other one comes with just like a little candle and just sets it on fire.
You got spinning blades, saw blades on the boats.
Yeah. It's on. It's on. It's for
That's
everyone's
awesome.
safety. He's a menace. But
Well,
yeah,
if,
that's,
I'm gonna have to make it next year.
all right.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm going
you
to talk to the
definitely
Total Boat lady and tell her that she should do 2 different boat events. Do one where it's battle boats, right? And then
Yes.
do one,
Yeah.
you know, which is a fun sailboat thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Went to
yeah, yeah.
like a
Last boat
robot
standing.
battle building contest with Bubs. So, my son.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Not at,
I'd be in for that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down for that.
Yeah.
Well, I asked Kristen at Total Boat, like, when do you guys have your designs ready for camp? And they're like a week before. I'm like, damn, that's a little quick. So you kind of have to be prepared to make whatever and just
If
throw
like
it
an
into whatever
ABC,
design.
Yeah. Option kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's like a universal that could go on everything. But I'm serious. I'm gonna. It's
Sponsored
that
by Snap-on. Snap-on tools.
or I'm just gonna do like just a really overpowered RC boat and put like bandsaw blades on the front.
Yeah.
Just ram into them and just like do as much damage and drive over them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the plan.
That'd be great. Looking
bring the
forward to
thunder
that.
next year.
Yeah.
But
So-
Luke's not allowed to work the technology part of it. He has to.
Look, this is where you guys see. This is where
Dave, you're not allowed to write the instructions, okay?
Luke needs to be the trash talking guy.
Yeah.
You know, like you need to.
I've got a particular set of skills. Let me tell you, a fine tool from some company, right, with limited instructions, it's going to be a big problem for me. Throwing together a boat off-site with limited tools and trying to make with the single goal of destroying someone else's boat.
That's your
this
wheelhouse.
is what the kind of I was meant for, right? You want me on your team, like
Yeah.
if you're drafted players, dude, I am a top first round pick.
Yeah. I love it. Well, with the stuff that you guys have done together, like with your magna glue and things like that. I mean, you've come up with some pretty fun projects in the past. I talked to Nick and Christy about you guys in the last episode because we were talking about the Maker collab and how you guys were robbed. 2 years ago? I guess it was.
Oh,
I
with
feel
the
like we robbed
MFBJ.
Well, pretty much every year, yeah.
Every year we've been robbed. I mean, we have.
I probably owe you some money on that MFBJ. They're still selling, bro.
Yeah, you owe me money for BJ's all the time.
Yeah. So, dude, we've
Bench jig.
sold like over
bench
100 of
jig.
those.
Oh, bench
Bench
jig.
jig.
Okay. Magnetic glue bottles, bench jigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You guys have been
we were
robbed.
robbed this year too. I thought the TIE Fighter was amazing.
It was good.
I mean, Bluey is incredible. You do Bluey, and it's like it's no contest.
I didn't even know who Bluey was.
Dude, Bluey is amazing. You gotta watch.
We got Blueyed, is what I'm saying, Dave.
yeah,
it. Yeah.
I wanted I wanted to ask Christy. I'm like, can you just tell me were we even close?
right.
No, well, she said we were contending, but they blew us out of the water. Like if they blew everyone out of the water, but if they weren't there, we would be like possibly first.
Dude, we're just gonna have to
sad.
go with whatever is the most nostalgic thing we could possibly do next year.
Because every year
you're
we're
gonna-
just
you
like,
really
oh,
is.
we gotta go big. And this year we're
Yeah.
like, oh, we went big, and it was like this tiniest little thing beat us. And we're like, damn it.
Well,
The
Dave,
thing
you
that
realize
took like 4 hours to make. You guys spent like weeks doing this thing.
Yeah.
well, the first time we finished like a month early, like a month and a half early, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, and then so that the second time we finished, I think, with a reasonable amount of time. But this one we finished like in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. No,
What-
literally, because you were on the clock
I was
submitting it.
recording with one of you. I think it was like right before you were getting ready to submit it. Was it Luke? Were we doing your episode?
No, that wasn't me.
Okay, maybe
Because
maybe
our
I
episode
was
wasn't that
thinking
long
about
ago. Maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I black everything out.
I mean, I always have fun though. I'm always going into
Yeah.
it like I don't know if I have time, and it's always like a lot going on, and we don't know the idea. But in the end, always just like, damn, happy
Yeah.
we did it. Like that came out awesome. Like we didn't
Well-
win, but I was like, damn, that was fun.
I still have the club up in my garage. I know you have the Chubb's hand.
Yeah, Chubb's hands up there, right?
I was teamed up with
There.
Trey Jones, and we were going to do a pretty like scalable Plinko board. It was probably going to be like 1/4 the size of the original Plinko.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to do the Plinko board, and I'm glad we didn't because somebody did the massive wheel. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the wheel-
for
yeah.
Price is Right.
Was it Dad? Dad?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Grant. Dad crafted.
No,
No.
he did the tree,
Oh, the tree. Okay, yeah.
the Stranger
it-
Things tree.
Dad DIY or something, or somebody else?
I don't know, but they got to keep that damn thing. I hope they're renting it out for parties or something.
No, they
Oh.
are renting it. They
Yeah, they
are
should
right.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had,
I mean, it
we had
looked
quite a few
perfect.
Patreon members had joined it and did some really cool stuff. So I was like conflicted on like who to vote for, right? Because there were so many good pieces.
Should
And you voted for us, right? That's
Well,
what happened.
Of course, definitely. Yeah. I have so many email addresses. I voted for everybody. So it's like I didn't vote for anybody.
What is that called when you're throwing away your vote, Matt?
Yeah.
Throwing it all away.
Well, there was one person I didn't vote for. We'll just say that. Ooh.
All right. Yeah, it better be Bluey.
Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey.
Well, those guys were really nice too because didn't they send you the epoxy because they couldn't get it shipped to because they're in Australia and they couldn't ship it to Australia, so they had like Total Boat send their prize to you.
I
something?
think they did, but I don't think I ever got it. So,
Oh, nice.
but it doesn't matter. I mean, like I got a good deal with Total Boat, so I'm
Yeah.
not. Maybe they did. I don't know. I got a lot of epoxy. I got to do some shit.
He just mixed it in with all the other epoxy
Yeah.
that he gets.
In my giant epoxy tub in my basement, it's just two 55-gallon drums.
You need to make epoxy lips. Epoxy lips.
I'm done.
Got it.
Wow.
Got it. I'm like, what?
That just that
Yeah.
was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad. Epoxy lips.
Yeah. That was
So
So on that note,
you have the crickets? The cricket sound?
oh yeah, definitely. Oh, where's the crickets? There you go.
you guys want to hear about how I made a complete idiot of myself for the brunt people?
I thought that's what we've been doing the last hour.
Yeah.
Oh.
What happened? What'd you do with Brett? Oh, Brett had a cool setup. But
They had a
you
really
go
cool
first.
setup.
Yeah, you go first.
Dude, so like Saturday I'm tromping through the mud, right? Like when I left from Maker Camp, I just grabbed the boots that I thought were my brunt boots, right? And I pulled them out. Okay, it was midnight. I threw them in the back of Alma's SUV. Okay,
I already know
and
where this
all
is going.
day Saturday, I'm like, I'm glad I brought these boots, man. I'm sinking in the mud and I'm just slopping around like plop plop, horrible. And so I go up to the brunt tent. And I was like, cool, there's not a line for the hat thing. I was going to get one for Ellie, and if they'd let me I get one for Bubs, So I go up, and I was like, hey, fellas, what's going on, man? And they're like, oh, nothing, we're just taking a break. I was like, oh, okay, cool, man. And they're like, yeah, no problem. I was like, man, hey, I'm really glad I brought these brunts, man, because I've been really stomping through the mud, man, and I'm glad my feet are dry. And, like, two of the dudes looked at me, and they go, those aren't brunts. And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And the third guy goes, those are rock roosters. I was like, oh.
God.
I was like, I'm really sorry about this, guys.
Just so everyone else knows, there's a huge difference between Rock Rooster quality and Brunts. They do look kind of similar, so I could give it to Luke that if he was going quick in the dark, he couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But man, there's like a huge difference in terms
There
of
isn't
like,
much. The brunts
Is
are
there?
way nicer than.
yeah, they're
rock
way more
roosters.
comfortable too.
Really?
Yeah.
And the
I
thing
love
is
my
that-
Rock Rooster boots.
Do you have a pair of Brunts?
I have one pair of Brunts, but I don't like the style of them, so I don't wear them.
The
Okay.
rock roosters are better than people say, right?
Yeah.
Like they're good boots. However, like I rock those brunt boots all winter long, and they were
Yeah.
comfortable, and I wore them for
Yeah.
hours, and like my feet were warm. Like those boots were serious.
Rock Rooster tried to work with me like hard, like 3
Yeah.
times. Like, why don't you want free boots? Like, come on, man, we're giving you free boots. And I'm just like,
Right.
no, like, I don't want more boots. Like, I don't need
Refuse
it.
your free boots.
It's like, I don't want it, man.
No, one company you refuse is the indestructible shoes.
Yeah,
That-
Destructibles. Yeah,
Avoid those.
I said no to them too.
Yeah.
I said no to those
Like-
knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Like, your branding is terrible, man. Like, you're
Right.
gonna
Destroy our shoes and then like,
everyone destroys them.
easily. Like nails go through them. You're like, I thought these were supposed to be indestructible. Yeah.
Every maker destroys them, and it's just like indestructible. Like, I don't think you guys know how this marketing thing works.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
then-
like-
and then they're like, destroy them and we'll give you another pair. I was like, I don't really need another pair.
Yeah.
And they're like, really? So like, yeah, I didn't like them.
I told them to send them both at the same time if you're going to do that. They're like, no. I
Yeah.
was like, well, then screw you guys.
So Brunt unfollowed you then after that?
I am not expecting a new pair of Brunts anytime soon.
So when I actually I knew it was gonna rain, and I packed my Keen boots instead of my Brunts. I knew Brunt was probably gonna be there, but I was like, these Keens are actually more comfortable than Brunts. As we spent 10 minutes saying how comfortable
Right.
Brunts are, but,
Yeah.
but I
You just one-upped us?
when I went up to him, I was just like, "Hey guys," and I just kind of walked by, and they did look down at my shoes, and I didn't acknowledge them at all. I just kind of just kept walking.
Yeah.
But,
nice
but
guys.
That could be.
yeah, they're really nice. I mean, they also do a lot for the community, and they
They
get
do.
it. So what they actually set up was they had 3 laser pecker laser engravers.
Watch your mouth.
Laser. What? So they had like these really cool like leather patched hats, like trucker hats,
Yeah.
and you could pick whatever design you want, and they'll just laser engrave it, and it takes like 3 minutes to do. So I got
Nice.
one with my my logo on it. My kid loved Ninjago, so like the guy like found a Ninjago like SVG file and just like quickly just put it on the hat. They were like
That's cool.
they probably gave out like I don't know, like 600
everybody had
hats.
one. I
Yeah,
didn't
everyone
get
was
it.
wearing them by the. Everyone was wearing like these gray.
So wait, if
hats
they're,
with leather
if they're
patches.
using the laser pecker to make stuff for your head, is it like a pecker head situation?
Yeah, you got one. Luke's coming out strong with them jokes.
It's my favorite sound ever, by the way.
People are gonna be so tired. They'll be like, okay, enough with the sound effects.
Dude, I wish that sound would go off every time, like right before I walk into a room every time. Like, oh yeah.
Imagine you just wherever you go, you just walk in.
Dude,
I'm here.
in college, I had this backpack that had speakers on the sides. It was like a.
Oh, you were that guy.
Yeah, and whenever I went into the computer lab, I would blast like a song, like just the most annoying song. People
You had
hated
walk up
me.
music.
no. They didn't hear me coming. It was as soon as I opened the door, it was like play. It's like, and then I cut it off. But people hated it, but I didn't care. It was like my troll. It was.
I was with my family when we were in Georgia. We were out at a park. It was just nice nature and stuff. Everybody's just walking around, playing, riding their bikes and stuff like that. Here comes this guy with a big old speaker in his hand, walking down and walking back and forth with his music like blaring. I'm like, they make something for your ears, right? Like if you want to listen to music and not have everybody be annoyed.
Yeah.
But the guy was like walking around with a boom box
Yeah.
at a park.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
It's like the '80s called.
Yeah. It wasn't even good music.
No, it never is. It never is. It's never a guy playing the thing. He's like, oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah. Dude, come back. Like, yeah.
Right. You're like playing that. Yeah. You know, walking around the park with this theme music. Hey everybody, I'm Matt.
I thought you were just abruptly ending the podcast.
Wouldn't that be great? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it's been fun talking, guys.
Like you're gonna play. That's the music you use to play us off.
Actually, that is so. Speaking of which, uh,
Keep going back. Keep going.
Just go, man. It was a good run.
Go with it.
It's good. Just go.
we're ending it right here.
It's about the time. It's about that time.
It's about that time.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, thanks for being here, talking about the Maker Camp. Appreciate you guys. It's been really fun. Wait, where's the mute button for these guys? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Luke in the garage, 3D DIY Dave.
It's perfect.
If you want to get to know these guys a little bit more, follow them on their Instagram, and you guys do YouTube and stuff. We'll put all that in the show notes.
Oh, this matters anyways.
I just want to say thank you
Nobody's
for having us
listening at this-
on.
Nobody's
I'm really
listening right
sorry
now.
for everyone else. Yeah, everyone else is really sorry.
Did you start the podcast yet? Are we starting now? Is that what's happening here?
Hey guys, I'm Matt with Walter Woodworking, and your host of the Maker Lounge podcast.
I
Today-
commend you
today
for
I'm
making
joined-
it this far.
Today I'm joined by two weirdos.
Thanks, guys.
You learn nothing, and you are dumber.
Right. Thank you to our Patreon members.
Like I don't even
We've got
remember
a
my ride to work.
number of top tier patrons. Jimmy McAnally, Wimm Design, Calvary Customs LLC, Cleancut Woodworking, Bailey Thompson, Dave Garcia, Broken Lead Woodworks, Starks Lagoon, Dylan Furniture, Shock the Fox, Don Patterson, Corey Davoll, along with lots of other. Man, the headbanging, that's something else. I wish I had that hair.
No,
Thank
throw
you
my
to the Patreon members.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
to Surf Prep for sponsoring this episode. Head over to surfprep.com. Enter code MakerLounge, all one word, for 10% off your sanding.
Stay in camera, Dave. Damn it! You're supposed to like tune it out so soon.
Supposed to stay in range. Here he goes. Dave's doing the escalator.
Dave is the guy who's leaving the game when there's like a minute left.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. We're entering the seventh inning stretch. Speaking of which, the Astros game 1 is on, so I'm ready to go anyway. It's been fun. Thank you guys.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Oh, this is off the rails. When does the music stop?
There.
Just totally abrupt.